Hello and welcome to this AI for Business to Business presentation. My name is David Tainch. I run an AI agency. I've got about 3 years worth of experience deploying AI systems within a B2B and B2C environment. What I'm going to do during this presentation is work through 6 different sections, each of these relating to a different part of the company, on AI for B2B. So we're going to do AI for B2B lead generation and sales enablement, AI in B2B marketing. This is SEO, ABM, and personalization. ABM is account-based marketing, content marketing at scale with AI, automating B2B workflows and project delivery, B2B AI dashboards, data and decision making, scaling AI in B2B, and this is strategy, tools, and future proofing. So what we're going to start off with is AI powered ideal client profile targeting and lead scoring. The tools you'll use for this is Clay, Apollo.io, and Seamless AI. And what these are, they contain very big databases of leads, etc., that you can then go in and you can define your ideal customer profile. You will then enrich these leads, use the enrichment tools. And enrichment basically means, say you have very basic info on a lead, you just got their email address, etc. You then put it into Clay. Clay will enrich it and it will go and get other data related to that email. So it could go and get like the LinkedIn address, etc., telephone number. Then you can contact the people via there. You will then score the leads based on AI models. So Clay in action, what that can do for you is it can automate lead enrichment. You can either do it like directly on the platform or you can do it via API. So you could have leads, you could then enrich via the API and it will then bring it back to you into your CRM. It will create scoring workflows and it exports qualified leads to your CRM or email tools. Apollo and Seamless AI, they also have email sequencing and enrichment, so that you can set an email sequence, you get a lead, and then the email sequence can email them for a time duration. We also have job change and intent tracking. Intent is the buying intent of a customer. So what you have is you have commercial intent, transactional intent. Commercial intent is where somebody is assessing the market to buy. Transactional intent is where they are actually looking for an offer. And Seamless AI, you also have relatively the same thing. They both do pretty much the same thing, actually. We then have AI-driven outreach, and we can use a piece of software called SmartLead.ai and SmartLead or Lemlist. These will basically contact the people automated for you. So you'll create a template and you then put AI personalization on it and it will then go bang in and it will contact them for you. So you have LinkedIn automation, you can use Expandy, AI chatbot warm up using voice flow or drift. So what you can do is you could send a lead to voice flow being a chatbot software, and the chatbot could basically qualify them to see if they can actually buy. We then have automating follow-ups and CRM nurturing. So we can use systems like HubSpot, Pipedrive, or Salesforce, all of which have got AI-based tools within them, and the agents in there can follow up based on engagement. Again, you've got tools SmartWriter, Clay, plus Zapier workflows. So you can send, Zapier kind of acts as a middleman. You can send data from Clay to Zapier and then on to something else. You kind of see what it means. You can create calendar links and auto reminders for the person. So the next steps of implementation, what we want to do is we want to map out our ideal client profile and scoring rules. We'll then pick the enrichment tools. We could go for Clay or Apollo. We create AI outreach templates, and this is basically what we're going to say. So we would create an email template or a LinkedIn template because we're going to take the leads, we're going to score them. We'll then put them into the templates, and the templates will automate the follow-up. We then track metrics and refine using AI dashboards. So now let's have a look at AI for SEO. Now, AI has totally changed the game in SEO because what you now have is answer engine optimization. And this is where you are setting up your site so that you appear at the 0 result level, which is, say if you're on Google, you then come up with the AI answers. You need your product in there. Google has seen something like I think it's about 15% increase in searches, but the clicks are down by 25%. Because people are now searching on they're using the AI results. Okay, now you have to get in there, and you do that by, you will put a schema onto the page, you create content clusters, and we do this by using tools like Surfer SEO, Market Muse, and we can also use ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, we could go and ask it to create the personas, then we then look at the questions that the persona is going to ask. We then create the content for those questions, if you see what I mean. So let's have a look at answer engine optimization in action. We need to structure content for AI discovery. So we're going to create frequently asked questions style content, because what we really, a question is put into Google. What is the best sales software? And you need, if you sell sales software, you have got to come up in those answers. So we will optimize for that, and it's called optimizing for zero position in the SERPs. We then embed relevant LLM friendly formats. So we're going to write it in a way that is friendly to the AI system. Then it will then reply with our details in there. So for AI powered account-based marketing, we're going to need intelligent list building. Again, we're going to use Clay and Seamless AI. Clay, Seamless and Apollo are the tools you've really got to get used to, because that is where you can really pull your leads for B2B. Segmentation using behavioral and firmographic data. So we sit there and we say, right, we're going to segment these lists due to your behavior, your firmographics. We need segmentation because that's when we use the lists. We use the automated outbound. We want it segmented so that it says, so for some companies that we may be selling something to, we want it to say that set message. We then do personalized messaging across channels, CRM, AI integration for smart targeting. So what we'll do is we will integrate our CRM with the AI system, with like Clay or whatever, and then we can then have smart targeting. So predictive personalization, we're going to use AI to analyze customer behavior. We're going to deliver real-time tailored messaging. We're going to integrate AI into email, web, and chatbot experiences. We'll boost conversion rates with hyper relevance. So what we're really doing is this is on the segmentation. We are going to make it really personal, right? But we're going to try and predict what they want us to say. And we're going to integrate this into the email, web, and chatbot experiences, because then this will really actually increase our conversion rates. So we have campaign optimization with AI. We need to automate A/B testing with AI tools so we can scale creatives that outperform. We leverage insights from data to refine messaging, and we'll predict high performance assets. So what we're really going to do is we're just going to sit and say, right, this is doing really well, and we can see it's doing really well because the data tells us it's doing really well. We then scale that. Next steps to implement AI marketing. We need to audit the SEO for AI readiness. We need to sit there and say, are the pages AI ready? If they're not, we're going to have to do some work on them. We then define our account-based marketing segments and data sources, okay, because we need that segmentation for the personalization. We then test AI personalization tools. We automate campaign testing and reporting. So we're going to now create AI-generated content calendars. We're going to use tools. We're going to use Notion AI. We can use Content Shake, Jasper, which is a brilliant piece of software for writing, because it will do it in your brand tone of voice. We can use Trello, the project manager, and Zapier to actually dump the content on. So we feed in SEO, keyword, and topics. This will then generate content outlines, and we use those to automate calendar creation, and we then assign to team or automation bots. So basically we go in, we're going to sit there and say to something like, you can do this really well in ChatGPT as well. So sit there and say, go and create these personas, then create say that these personas have these problems, whatever, create a content outline. We then import that into Trello so then the team can take over and make the content. So we need persona-based content prompts tools. We're going to use ChatGPT, Jasper, or Content AI. So we define the top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel stages. We're going to train the prompt templates by persona. So we use AI to generate blog, email, social copy. We refine on persona behavior data. So what I mean by this is we could go and ask ChatGPT, go and create 5 personas for our company, right? We are then going to sit there and say, ChatGPT, can you give us suggestions for content at the top of the funnel for this persona, the middle of the funnel for this persona, and the bottom of the funnel for this persona? So ChatGPT will then go and have a look, and it will then create it, right? And this is a lot easier. This is really good to brainstorm with. So the top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, prompt framework. Remember, top of the funnel is awareness, and this is like stuff like listicles and trends. So we're basically just trying to get people to engage with our brand who have never heard of us before. They're not looking at buying, but we kind of want them aware of us, right? We then have middle of the funnel, and this is the consideration. And this is where they're actually looking, they're considering buying. So we want them to start. We want a serious conversation with them. So we start using comparisons. We need to discredit our competitors. We have use cases because we need to get that relationship with the customer. We'll get the relationship with the customer but by when, helping them buy, right? And we'll do that really via use cases. When we do the use cases, what we really want to do is you want to sit there and say, this is the result that someone got with our product, and that result is what we know that you want, because that's what they really want to see. When you create a use case, you've got to push it from the result perspective. We then have the bottom of the funnel. This is decision. This can be demos, testimonials, return on investment proof, where you are selling to them then, okay? So that you'll come in and give them a demo, etc. And we're going to use prompt banks to generate content for reach. Now, right, we need some long form content, and we're going to repurpose it. So say like we go and do a podcast, we do a video, like I could take this video, for example. This will be a long form. We're at 12 minutes now. I'll probably finish and it'll be about half an hour. I could take this video and I could then repurpose the long form content, because like I said when I first started, this is going to be made up of 6 different sections, right? So what I would do is I would get the video of this. I would then go and put this into something like Descript, Cast Manager, Opus Clip, Repurpose.io, and I would sit there and say, right, can you generate me a load of shorts from this video? So I guess it would first of all split it into the 6 different sections. You've then got each slide like this that it could split down into, that I can then use to sell. So we then use AI to summarize each one, right? And the format. So we could turn like my voice into text for a tweet. So we could, we could sit there and create a tweet. How do you repurpose long form content with AI? And it would create a summary and bullet points. And we could then use that on loads of other, social media platforms. We could use it to tweet with. We can use it for email, whatever. Do you see what I mean? So from this whole video, we could probably end up, there's 42 slides in total. We could end up with like 42 like individual bits of content. That's enough, so we did 1 bit of content per day. That's nearly a month and a half. So we need to create micro content at scale. So what we want to do is we record long form content like this. The AI will extract the key quotes, hooks and takeaways. And it will automatically design visuals and reels. And it will add CTA to the post with AI scheduling tools. So now we need to get this brand aligned, right? So we're using GPT models. We've got custom GPTs. We've got Jasper brand voice, which is brilliant for using it in your brand voice. We've got writer.com. So what we do is we train the model with brand tone and examples. We add approved phrases and banned words lists, because we don't because we want the approved phrases, but we ban certain words. Using emails, blogs, ads, we run outputs through QA check. Next steps to implement. We choose your core tools for each step. Build your AI content stack. So start with one campaign, which could be a blog that you then send over to a social media campaign. Refine workflows weekly. Track content ROI using AI analytics and dashboard. Right. What we now want to do is we want to start automating our workflows. And the best tool I know for doing this, if you're a beginner, is called make.com. You can use Zapier. There's N8N.io as well. So what this basically does is it listens for a trigger, and it is then going to take that data and pass it down a workflow. So the trigger could be a new lead comes in, right, or a new payment. So say on Salesforce, and it says, example on Salesforce, it says create deal. Make.com will listen, and the moment that happens, it will take the data and it will perform a series of tasks on it, right? So let's just say, for example, a new lead turns into a customer. It could onboard them automatically. So it would then onboard them. Say you needed a Asana project or a Monday project set up, it could create a Slack channel, and it could send them emails and send the documents to them. And it does that all in automation, and you don't have to know how to code to do this. And you then sync all your CRM and project tools together, and you have all these templates making it work properly for you. And that is all automated. So workflow automation use cases, you can have client onboarding. You could auto send docs or a welcome email to someone. You could send a document that basically sits there and says, can you sign this document? We then have project delivery. So it could someone signs up, the deal changes in Salesforce to this is a done deal, this is a customer. It will then assign the team. It will then notify people via Slack, and you can start working on it. And all of that is eternal. We then have internal ops, weekly reporting, alerts, post-sale follow-up, surveys, and upsell sequences. AI co-pilots for admin tasks. So we've got ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Notion AI. And what we're going to do is we're going to integrate AI into eternal dashboards. We're going to use voice text input to summarize and respond. We're going to automate internal updates and notification. We track AI logs for accuracy. So the whole real idea of this is just getting like all your basic admin done via AI, right? Which is pretty easy. So like go and have a look at those. Go and have a look at Notion AI, Microsoft Copilot, and then just see how you can integrate those into your daily life. So AI for internal reporting and project updates. This is a very, very popular one because AI can monitor systems like Monday.com and Asana, Trello, etc. And it will extract data from them. So you extract data from CRM project tools, and it will summarize the update in plain English, send daily or weekly emails to team, create dashboards with AI commentary. Generative AI for proposals and contracts. OneFlow, ChatGPT will write it. Jasper, Documate, you've got DocuSign, all of these. What this basically will do is it will, you will have a prompt-based template, right? So, and you have a deal come through, and you will then send over details to that template. It will then auto-fill the variables, client name, scope, pricing, and generate a shareable link and PDF. But you can verify this before it goes, okay, which I would really highly recommend. This is a legal document, obviously, but it will write it all out for you. AI for transcripts and repurposing. You can use VoicePen, Fireflies.ai, Causal. So you upload a meeting recording, you generate transcripts plus action items, and we auto summarize into blog posts, LinkedIn updates, etc. And we push content calendar for CRM. So say like you have like some product launch meeting, something like that, you then can transcribe it in one go, and it will then auto summarize stuff for you. So again, like I was showing you how you could take, like I could take this presentation, I could turn it into 42 social media posts. You can do the same with a product launch. So next step for workflow automation, choose your stack, Make, ChatGPT, Jasper. Go and have a look at Make.com. It has a free trial. You can play around with it. It's an excellent piece of software. Document one workflow. So you could document your onboarding process, and then you then build your onboarding process in there. You could build a basic automation using templates. We then test, refine, and track results. So let's look at real-time dashboards for campaign ROI. We've got tools. We've got Google Looker Studio, Databox, Clipfolio, Tableau, Dash this. What we're going to do on this is we're going to connect the CRM, ad platforms and email tools, and then we will pump it all directly into one of those dashboards, and it's going to track leads, pipeline, ROI in real time. It will visualize KPIs by funnel stage. Sales pipeline visualization. We integrate Salesforce or HubSpot. We display marketing qualified leads, sales qualified leads, closed won metrics, and we then surf it. This is going to show us all of it in one go, right? So we can surface bottlenecks automatically. We can use AI alerts to detect anomalies. I hate that word. Predictive forecasting with AI. So we can use Monkey Learn, Peak AI, Akaio. We feed historic sales and churn data into there, right? This is going to train the model on the various patterns so we can predict revenue, churn, and lifetime value. We use forecast to guide campaign budgets. AI forecasting use cases, so we can start looking at seasonal demand planning, budget relocation based on forecasted ROI, customer retention strategy, hiring, funding, projections by growth stage. So attribute modeling and AI metrics, right? Dream Data is actually designed for B2B. It's excellent at B2B. We also have triple whale hockey stack. This is going to map the full customer journey, and it will use an LLM visibility scoring. It will track assisted conversions, AI generated leads, and it will apply multi-touch attribution models. So what's the next steps for B2B AI analytics? Pick a dashboard tool and connect data sources. Set AI-driven alerts and forecasts. Create templates for reporting. Involve sales ops and marketing for full visibility. So let's actually have a look at what we're going to do to deploy this all for you now. Go out there and choose the right AI stack. So look at your top tools. You've got your marketing, you've got Jasper, Surfer SEO, Mutiny, HubSpot AI, you've got sales, you've got Apollo, Clay, Seamless, ChatGPT. What you would do though is you would use something like Clay or Apollo or Seamless to get the leads and enrich them. But ChatGPT will help you create the personas. Ops, you've got Make.com, Notion AI, Pecan AI. So we record needs by department. We match tools to use cases. We then pick the processes. We need to start with one use case. This could be cold outreach. We integrate, connect tools with CRM, marketing stack, and we then look at scaling. So we automate, monitor across teams. The tools really for the processes are going to be Make.com. We could use Slack AI, Salesforce AI. Make.com is going to be your foundation for the whole of your internal operations. So piloting your first AI project. Identify a manual repeatable task and just pick one AI tool. So like say Jasper for email. Set a measurable goal, i.e. 4 times response rate, then get that going and iterate before scaling. Risk management and hallucination prevention. Tools GPT-4 with RAG, ChatGPT Enterprise, content at scale. What you're really trying to do is you're trying to make sure that your AI system doesn't talk complete garbage to someone. That's a hallucination. And what you really need to do is you need to ground the AI response in source data. And what you basically mean by that is you make sure that the only data your AI system is using is data that you have given to it that is clean. You don't let it just go and search the web for results. You make sure it just uses your data and that is clean data. Add a human review later. So like I was talking about with the documents, you want to check that before it goes out. Use prompt templates, audit AI output accuracy regularly. AI governance and compliance. Define the AI usage policy in your company. Then align that with GDPR, CCPA and data governance. Train teams on prompt safety and model limitation. Use tools like Notion AI, OpenAI audit logs. Building credibility with AI content. Use expert interviews and AI repurposing. Train GPTs on your brand voice. Validate content with SMEs. Publish on trusted channels, LinkedIn, Substack, YouTube. And that's going to make you credible, okay? So we also want to strengthen the EEAT with AI, and this is experience. Include founder insights, client stories, expertise, highlight, certification, proven frameworks, authority, cite data, industry leaders, trust, transparent AI use disclaimers were needed. Right, I kind of hope that has helped you understanding a good overview of AI for B2B. If you need further information, I run a website teaching people AI, and it's called A Digital Plan. My name is David Tainch. I'm an agency founder. So if you need any help, you can either contact via A Digital Plan or just contact me directly. Okay, thank you very much.